This video is going to show you how to add pages and to also create a navigation page or navigation sidebar so that you can find the pages that you've created. So the first thing we're going to do to add a new page is just click this little button with the plus sign right here. We'll hit that button and we'll name our page. And then we have to hit the create button. Oh, before that we're going to select a location. If you want to have your web page in a nice orderly fashion, which is probably a good idea, I like to choose this location right here, and I'm going to put it underneath editing your website. And then I'm going to hit create, and now I can edit my first page. Let's create a couple of more pages. Before I go, I'm going to hit save. Let's create another page. We'll call this our second. Now again, I'm going to put this one, I'm going to choose the location. I like to put it under here, under editing your website, not under first new page. It depends on how you're going to organize your web page, or your website, I should say. So I'm going to put it right here, and then I'm going to click create. And I can add text if I want to. Let's create one more page. We'll call this third new page. And again, I'm going to choose the location, and I want it to be under editing your website. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Now let's just say I wanted to have another page underneath my first new page. So we'll call it 1.5 new page. So I'm going to go ahead and create that new page here. So we'll click 1 1/2 new page. We're going to put that one this time. We want this to be under my first new page. So I'm going to click that and hit create. And that's where it will be. Now that only helps with your site map. It really doesn't make a whole lot of difference unless you're going to have that site map or those sub pages. So I'm going to click save here. Now you'll notice that none of my web pages are showing up here, and it's kind of hard to find them. I can go back to my first page, and that's the only page I can actually really get to. Down here I've got my sub pages, so I could get to them that way if I want to. And then if I come up here under first new page, you'll see that my sub page is my 1.5 new page. So that's how I have my web page organized. So I want to change this navigation here to have all my pages show up. So what I'm going to do is come over here to this more button, and I'm going to go down to edit site layout. So right here I'm going to come over to my sidebar, and I'm going to say edit sidebar item. Now I can leave the navigation up there, or I can take the navigation off. And right now it shows my editing your website page is the only page here. So I'm going to go ahead and click add page. I don't have to type anything. All my pages are going to show up right here. So I'm going to go ahead and say first new page and click OK. Let's go ahead and add more pages here. It's much easier if you have all your pages, and then you can just add them in. We'll come here and add my third page. You'll notice I still don't have my 1.5 new page, so let's go ahead and add that one as well. We'll have to click on that one and say OK. Now I don't really want this here on my sidebar. I want that up here underneath my first new page. So if I have this highlighted, click it and go up underneath the first new page. But then I want it to be a sub page. So I scroll over, and there it goes. Now I'm going to go ahead and click OK, or I can also include a sitemap, but I'm not going to do that right now. It's kind of confusing. It just is too much. And then I'm going to click OK, and there it is. And now I have to hit the close button right here. And so now you'll see my navigation pane over here. I can close this. Well, it's not working. Let's see, maybe it won't let me while I'm doing this. Yeah, there, now it's closed. And so I can open that little arrow and there's my 1.5 page. So that's how you add pages and add your sidebar. Now if you noticed, if I go back to the edit the site layout, you can have horizontal navigation, which means it's going to go across the top, or you can have a header. I happen to like the horizontal. I think that's probably the one that most people identify with, so I'm going to leave mine as that. But you can play around with other kinds if you would like.